Hi Virgo, welcome to my channel. This is Arcana Rising. My name is Colleen Faris, and this is the yearly reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for 2019. And we are going to be going through January through June in this video. If you'd like to watch July through December, you can go to the link below my website, colleenfaris.com. Click on shop and then click on Virgo, and it's only $6. Thank you so much for your business and your support. If you decide to make that purchase, it helps me to continue doing what I love to do. Okay. So I'm using the Doreen Virtue Angel Tarot cards for this reading, as well as the messages from the Fairies Oracle card deck, also by Doreen Virtue. And I already shuffled and dealt out the cards for the tarot, and I'm just going through the Oracle right now. So just get yourself comfortable. Take a few deep healing breaths and get ready, because this is going to be a long video. Not going to lie. It's going to be a long video, and you can always go back and check on the other months later on as well. Thank you. Ooh, you got 2 for February. Once I'm done shuffling, I'm going to angle the camera down so you can see all the cards. And March. Show me March. There it is. April. There it is. May. Jumped right out. June. One more card. Go. Whoa, okay, so not 1, we got 3 for June. Okay, so I'm going to angle the camera down. Just making sure you can see everything here. Okay, awesome. So this is January through June. And then we have a theme and a challenge as well. So I'm going to start with the theme. So I'm just going to take a deep breath. Okay. So, theme. This is a very positive card. This is the card of emotional, completion. This is the 10 of Cups, 10 of Water. And this, when you go through the suits, it's 1 through 10. So this means that we've completed an emotional journey. Like, we've come to an emotional maturity in some area of our life. We've reached a point of feeling emotionally supported, feeling content in that area. So any traumas or anything that needs healing emotionally seems to be the theme this year. But it's saying that, it's bringing you to this feeling of wholeness on an emotional level, which is very good sign. So let's take a look at the challenge. So we have the Ten of Fire, which is the Ten of Wands. And here it says, too much work, accept help from others, life is out of balance, stress-related health concerns. So we've got a 10 of water and a 10 of fire. So I feel an emotional completion, a wholeness here. But with the wands, it feels like when you see this card in other decks, they're carrying a ton of wands, like up a hill or something like that, like struggling to carry everything themselves. So it's like you can make it up the hill, you can achieve what you want to achieve, you know, doing everything on your own, but are you going to enjoy the process of getting there? You know what I mean? So it's like you, or, you know, since it's a completion card with a 10, it's like, you know, you've achieved everything that you've wanted to achieve, but you've done it in a very exhausting way. You know, this is your challenge, is to take a look at the responsibilities in your life, the responsibilities that you are taking on, and seeing if it's too much for you, and voicing that need for assistance in, you know, carrying the weight. Too much work, accept help from others. So I feel like this is your challenge, is being willing to look to others for help, delegating tasks, and, you know, not feeling like you have to be in control of everything, especially not all the time. So it feels like your challenge for this year. And it feels like in asking for help and in, you know, balancing the burdens, it makes it easier for you to feel like your emotional needs are being met, which makes total sense. Okay, so let's get into January. So this is interesting. We have Justice, which is a major arcana card. So this feels like a pretty significant month for you guys, for January. And it's talking about doing what you feel is right in some area of your life. We also have the Oracle card New Home, which says moving is a step in the right direction for you. So it's taking a look at your situation this month, and a decision, like it feels like a decision needs to be made here. You need to weigh the pros and cons of a certain situation and really look at it as what feels morally right for me, and what will help me to move forward from this situation, without feeling like I'm being taken advantage of, or feeling like my concerns are not being heard. So voicing your concerns, standing up for what, you know, making your needs heard, asking for help, delegating tasks, seems like it's a very important thing this month. It helps you to continue moving forward, instead of feeling stuck. Another thing is, this year in numerology, when you reduce that number 2019, you get the 12, and you get the karmic 12, and then you get the 3. When it's in that 12 number, you can think of the Hanged Man energy, and that is an energy of like pauses, you know, delays. It feels uncomfortable. It's calling you to, you know, look at things from a different perspective, and for the purpose of learning something, and then also it's calling for patience. So it feels like when you're feeling stuck, that's a time to look at your surroundings and your environment and see what needs to be adjusted so that you can continue moving forward. Not to say that these pauses in time aren't important. You know, these pauses in time are happening so that you can recharge and regroup. And it feels like that's what's going on this month. It feels like you want to move forward, but you're feeling stuck because your needs aren't being met, and you need to make a decision in how to voice those concerns and stand up for what you feel is right so that you can continue moving forward. There's also the possibility of moving this month, obviously, with new home, or a desire to, it's like a do I stay or do I go kind of energy. A desire to move physically, like residentially, or moving on from a certain situation that feels significant in your life, or moving on from one career to another. It feels like a pretty significant month, but it's more so of being in the decision process of whether you're moving forward with it or not. February. So you got 2 oracle cards for this one. We have the 8 of Fire, 8 of Wands. It feels very scatterbrained. It feels like high anxiety. You know, if there's this energy of the doing too many things at once, and things feel like they're moving faster in February. So this is what I feel like this is when the challenge really starts to come in. Are you trying to do too many things at once? Are you spreading yourself too thin? Are you, like, if this is a time to really pay attention to your energy and doing what nurtures it rather than, like, you know, putting your hands out to too many cookie jars, trying to do too many different projects at once. It says events moving at a fast pace, delays are over, many things happening at once. So it feels like you're being called to do lots of different things from different people or different situations, and you're feeling like, you know, you need to be thinking of what can I say no to, or what can I pass on to somebody else to handle. Do I have to take on all of this? You know, what is the most important? You know, prioritizing your energy this month feels very important. And this is when it's like really important for you to be checking in with yourself and deciding what feels true to yourself when you're being asked to do a lot of different tasks or take on a lot of responsibilities. We have be yourself and travel. So I feel like I honestly like travel could be, you know, with this process of actually moving, you know, residence from one place to another. Or it could just be this feeling of moving a lot, you know what I mean? Like with this fast-paced energy, you're going to find yourself, you know, I feel like it's more of a short distance traveling from one place to another to handle these different tasks and responsibilities. So you're just moving around a lot and going from one place to the next. So a lot of traveling from one place to another, but I feel like more so within like a smaller radius rather than across country or across states. It could possibly be across states, but I don't feel like it's too far. I just feel like this energy is really causing you to move a lot. You know, obviously this is a general reading, so for some of you this could mean, you know, long distance travel, but I personally am feeling like this is a short distance travel kind of card coming up here. It says an upcoming trip proves to be life-changing in positive ways. So it feels like if you are offered an opportunity that is in a short distance from where you currently reside, that's something to look into, whatever that may mean for you, whether it's meeting up with friends or, a business opportunity or something of that nature. It feels like something is going to be offered to you that could benefit you in the long run. So that's something to really pay attention to. But also it's really important to, stay true to yourself, stay in your authenticity, so you're not overexerting yourself and trying to take on too much. This is definitely a month of just checking inwards with like your moral compass. Does this feel like something that I have to do now? Does this feel like something that I can say no to? I feel like this is also a month of boundaries as well. It says this situation calls for you to be your authentic self, which is the basis for your personal power. So if you want to feel more in control, you have to give up control at the same time. So to feel more in control, you have to give up some of these tasks to other people to take on for you. And you have to be okay with that and not like micromanage from a distance. Let them handle it so that you can focus on what's important. Okay, March. Okay. So in March we have the first retrograde of the year coming back. We had one in January in the very beginning, but it went direct shortly after. But regardless, Mercury goes retrograde in March from March 5th to the 28th. And Mercury is your ruling planet, so it affects you and Gemini more so than any other sign. So this is a month to really, check in with your, nurture the mental aspects of the self, and so I'm just going to say that for now. So 3 of Swords is what's coming up. And this is a card of betrayal. This is a card of breakups. This is a card of, not being able to let go of things that have occurred in the past. This is a card of disappointments. It's usually depicted as a heart with those 3 swords stuck in it. So I feel like this is a month where you can take offense to a lot of different things or take things personally. And I feel like that has to do with the, communication breakdowns and communication issues that can occur with Mercury retrograde. So that's something to really pay attention to this month and understand that we're all dealing with that same energy, and to just, have compassion for those situations and just let them go. This is a challenge in learning to forgive the situations instead of holding grudges. It says great sadness, take time to heal, the need to forgive yourself or others. So this is a self-care month. This is a month of releasing that victim energy that you could be taking on this month due to how others are communicating with you or how you are communicating with others. People taking things the wrong way, taking it to heart, all of that stuff. But we also have your wish is granted as an oracle card coming up. What you've asked for is coming true. So I feel like this is kind of saying, if you focus on what's going wrong, you are going to manifest more of what can go wrong. it's saying you need to be focusing on everything that's going well for you so that you can release anything that didn't go the way that you had planned. It makes it easier for you to release it when you focus on everything that's going well for you. And that also helps to build the momentum to continue manifesting what you actually want this year. So let me backtrack. I was talking about numerology with 2019 being the 12 and the 3. I talked about the Hanged Man energy. And, you know, when it's in that 3 energy, it's very creative, very expressive, and it's a very strong year for manifestation. So this year has that balance of, you know, pauses in time, feeling stuck, you know, needing to regroup and look at your situation and making sure that whatever intentions you set for this year are still being supported. And then there's times for, you know, creating action to make those intentions a reality. So it's like half working with the universe and half putting in your own effort. And this feels like another pause in time where things kind of start to slow down. And it's another time for regrouping and checking your situation to making sure that you're still attracting what it is that you originally wanted for yourself intentionally for this year. And it feels like your intention for this year is happiness and joy and, you know, strong relationships, strong family relationships. So it's important to not get stuck in any, you know, anxiety or depression possibilities this month. And learning to, you know, adjust your environment to continue supporting yourself, you know, surrounding yourself with supportive people this month. You know, doing anything in your power to nurture that expansion. So that's something to really pay attention to in March. In April, it feels like things are really coming together. If you're concerned about money, it feels like it's really coming together in April. If you are looking to start your own business, it feels like, or you have been in the process of starting your own business, maybe you're moving from one job to another in the beginning of this year, it feels like that's really coming together and you're starting to feel like, yeah, this could definitely work. It feels like this is going in the right direction. We have the 9 of Earth, 9 of Pentacles. And this is an energy of like harvesting the fruit, you know, or being close to harvesting, like you're almost there. As far, it could be you're almost there as like bringing all of the nitty-gritty details together to make this business like move forward a lot more smoothly. Or it could be that you're starting to see a profit coming back in your business. Or it could just be that you're feeling like things are coming together financially, you're feeling financially supported, you're feeling content with the way things are, but it's still also saying there is still work that needs to be done. You are not at the point of completion yet. You're almost there, like you can see the finish line from here, to feeling completely financially supported, or feeling like things are really, you're feeling really successful. This is like you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, financially speaking. It could be debts are being paid off this month as well. We also have business venture. And it says trust and follow through on a business idea or career opportunity. And it feels like if that's something that you pursue this month, it's going to be very successful for you, because we have a financially successful card here right next to a card that's telling you, hey, this is going to be successful if you actually do it. I mean, they're like scooping up gold here. So it's all coming up roses this month for you. It feels like you could be starting the beginning of a business that is going to be very successful for you as long as you're putting in the work. Or it could be that you're seeing the results of you're starting to really see the results of your effort in creating your own business and being, creating a self-sustaining business, and you're starting to see the profits of that. And now you can like build a savings and things of that nature. So this could be about, starting something new financially this year, deciding on starting a new business and then trying to bring all the little things together, like, buying all the things that you need from wholesalers so you can sell it, and, all these different things, getting really stressed out from like getting all the details together in February. And then maybe you're starting to doubt your abilities in March. And then April's like, hey, don't worry, everything's coming together. Like, look at how far you've come. May. Sorry, I had to remember what month this was. So May. May is Ace of Cups. So this is a month for an opportunity for healing, and it feels like this opportunity for healing comes in when you let go of something else. So it says falling in love or the resurgence of a relationship, spiritual growth and enhanced intuition, a new home again. So there, you could definitely be moving from one place to another, whether that's a physical home or a career, or moving from one position to another within your current job, within your current career. It could be a promotion, or just moving on from things that are holding you back. And I feel like that makes more sense here when it's next to this card that's saying walk away. It says leave the unhealthy situation and enjoy the new doors that open as a result. So it's like you can see the light at the end of the tunnel here, and things are really coming together. You're feeling successful in your life, whether physically or financially. But there's still something that is holding you back, and I feel like it's whatever is connecting you to your past could be holding you back. And it's saying, when you let go of that, you'll be able to step into this energy of healing and growth. You're beginning this journey of getting here. This is like the beginning steps of getting to this place of emotional support and contentment. So it's saying in order to support yourself emotionally, you have to let go of things that don't. That could be a relationship, breaking up with somebody. It could be just learning to trust your intuition more. That could be something that's really coming up this year. Trying to understand what feels morally, in alignment with yourself. We have the Justice card at the beginning of the year, and here we are trying to listen to that intuition more. And then also, this encouragement to be yourself throughout the year. So this authenticity comes through, feeling whole, feeling spiritually and physically whole. So you're feeling physically whole. Maybe you are going to the gym more, you're feeling more healthy in April, and now that you've gotten, the physical body worked on, now it's time to work with the spiritual body, and then bringing those two together, merging the spiritual with the physical. Okay. So you got 3 oracle cards for June. So it feels like something here needs to be relearned. So we have the 8 of Earth, 8 of Pentacles here. It says skilled work is rewarded, learning all there is to know about a topic, going back to school. So it's, the energy of where you were before the 9 of Earth is coming up in June. So you're feeling this financial or physical, success. You're feeling the light at the end of, or seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, feeling like things are really coming together in April. And then something happens in May that you have to release or walk away from in order to embrace these new opportunities that are coming your way. And you are getting a deeper connection with your intuition in that process and your spirituality, which, sorry about that, the camera cut out. So basically it feels like you are understanding, like there's a lesson that was recently learned in May. It feels like this is a lesson that's being learned. How do I choose joy? And it's through releasing, walking away from something in order to choose joy, in order to choose what feels true to myself. And I feel like that's a really important message for this year. What feels morally right for you, what feels true to yourself, being yourself, what feels authentically true to you, so that you can, for a level of self-care is really important, because it's like this challenge here is all about accepting help from others, asking for help from others, delegating tasks, not feeling like I have to take on all of these responsibilities. I don't necessarily have to take them all on. I can ask for help and delegate tasks so that I can preserve my energy for what's really important in my life and for what really brings me joy. Because if I try to do it all on my own, this is going to create some serious misery. Like, you can get to the top either way. You're going to be successful regardless, but do you want to be successful, feeling burnt out and feeling exhausted, feeling resentful, or do you want to get to the top feeling proud of yourself and feeling excited, and feeling joyful and, content and happy with your results? So it's really important that you're delegating tasks, that you're not taking on everything on your own, because that's like that creates this level of victimhood as well, which really creates more resistance to what it is that you really want to attract this year, which is happiness, which is feeling whole and joyful and emotionally supported. I feel like that's really important this year. Like, you want to feel that emotional support. So it's about balancing, learning to merge the spiritual with the physical so that you can get to success in a way that supports your happiness. And to do that, it's like, let's go back to the drawing board. I've learned how to be successful by busting my ass and, you know, taking on all of these tests on my own. And now let's learn how to choose joy in the process and get successful in that perspective. So let's merge the two, and now we have to learn how to do that. So you're learning how to bring more joy, merging the two, it feels like, in the next, probably the rest of the year. And these cards are assuring you that this is the way to go. Everything's going to work out. It says everything's okay. So if you're feeling concerned about this process, it's because it's unknown to you. And, you know, when you don't know what the future brings, there's that level of uncertainty that can create a little bit of fear. You know, is this going to work out? You know, did I make the right decision in May to walk away from that situation? You know, and you really want to pay attention. It feels like this in May, you know, you have to make decisions based on how you feel about the situation, rather than logically trying to analyze and make a decision that way. You're making a decision from the heart rather than the head, and that's really important in May. We also have assertiveness coming up for June, and this continues to support everything here. You know, standing up for your beliefs is really important this year, and it feels like that comes up this month, and this is why you're learning all there is to know about a topic, about merging these two energies, because this feels right to you. It feels more in alignment with your true self. This is a year about doing what feels morally right and energetically right for you, and, you know, knowing that if you continue down that path, you will always be supported. You will always be supported when you support yourself. And if you're feeling a level of uncertainty, it's really important to check in with that inner child and think about yourself as a kid. What would I have wanted for myself with this situation when I was a kid? And a kid is always going to choose to bring joy into a situation, so that's really important to pay attention to. Like, it's time to bring in the silliness. It's time to start laughing at yourself and not being so serious again. It's time to bring that lightheartedness back into everything that you do, and that's going to make life much more simple and much more enjoyable, because that's what life is all about anyway. It says your connection with children is part of your life's purpose. So you could be finding that you're choosing a path that works with children in the future. Like, maybe you're going back to school to learn how to, you know, work with kids. There could be a child coming into your life this month or coming up, and it's going to be like a mini mentor for you on how to always choose joy. So that's really important as well. Okay, Virgo. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. This feels like a year of making decisions based on your moral compass and your joy. And that's always going to lead you in the right direction. So just have faith in those decisions, and it will lead you towards success. You're going to be successful regardless, so you might as well do it, you know, while being happy about the process. So I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Please like, share, and subscribe. And if you'd like to see July through December, you can click the link below. It's ColleenFaris.com. You can click on shop, click on Virgo, and it's only $6. So that's $1 a month. And that supports me in being able to continue giving you guys free stuff. So thank you so much for watching. Please share with your friends. And I hope you have a fabulous 2019. And I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.